Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and today I am going to be raging to you for a little bit. So if you enjoy these type of videos, go ahead and stick around. I appreciate it. But if you don't, hey, it's all good. And that is also why I am putting this on the second channel right here. So, you know, I wanted to be more active with the second channel. Occasionally, I'll throw stuff up on here that's either random videos or kind of bonus content like this. So if you enjoy it, you know, hey, stick around on this channel and we'll see where it all goes. But what am I raging about today? This is actually the second type of commentary I've done on here. You know, the first one, I don't even remember what it was. I remember I was having an iffy day and there was a bunch of stuff that was going on. It was over the summer. But this one is about university parking. Now, for anybody that is not at a college or a university or anything like that, when I'm referring to that, I'm talking about, you know, a 4-year college where you go, you get your bachelor's degree. But this could probably even apply to like a tech school or any type of 2-year school or anything like that. College parking, university parking, whatever you want to call it, I absolutely hate it, at least here. Now, I've only been to one university to actually attend classes there and everything. I've stepped foot on many universities, but I've been at the same university since I started in August of 2011, and I'm going to be finishing up my 4-year degree in December of 2015 this year, so I'm excited about that. Some people might be wondering if I did math wrong on there. No, I didn't actually. What ended up happening is, this is to any younger people out there, younger as in, you know, a few years younger than me, to anybody like that who you're in college, you're going to be going to college here soon, anything like that. This isn't the worst thing you could do, but if you want to get out on time, just take the recommended amount of credit hours. My first few semesters, I was taking like 12 or 13 hours instead of the recommended 15 or 16, and while I did have it a little bit easier those semesters, right now, my final semester is only 12 credit hours. It's one of my easiest ones, and I'm coming back here. I'm not even taking anything related to my major right now. I'm taking 4 classes that I just need to get the credits for so I can get out of here and get my paper that says I pay this university a lot of money. But anyways, on to the actual topic itself. Man, I'll say this. Our university has always been known to have bad parking. Like way back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, even now. Because, for example, our student union, there's a big, what am I trying to say? A big parking garage in front of it, right? It didn't always used to be like that. When I was younger, I used to see it. It was just a flat parking lot in front of it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Then you know what they did? They ended up destroying that parking lot, so they got rid of maybe 100-200 parking spaces for a few years. They built up a parking garage. They've actually made it look pretty nice. And you know what the crazy thing is? We still have parking issues. Let me break it down to you, okay? A parking pass is a little over 200 bucks. Let's say it's like $220, right, for an entire year. Now, first off, this year they did us dirty, okay? Every single year, I've bought a year-long parking pass because I would be attending for a full year. This year, they didn't give you the option to purchase a semester parking pass. Now, I'm graduating in December, and I'm leaving in December, which means that I just need to be here for 1 semester. No, this is the first year I cannot do that. The 1 year where I'm not staying here the whole time, guess what? I have to pay for a full year parking pass. So they get you dirty on that. Now, if you want to park in the parking garage, you got to pay another 10, 20 bucks for parking garage access. That isn't that bad, honestly. And another thing is, some people might be asking, oh, well, can you do an alternative or whatever? Do you really have to buy the parking pass? Yes, I do, actually. And the reason why is that the place I live at, it is an apartment, but it is a university-affiliated apartment. And because of that, even if I did not drive on campus at all for an entire semester or an entire year, because I park my car over here, and I do need it when I travel out of state or out of city or anything like that, because I park my car where I live, and where I live specifically, I cannot get away with not having a university parking pass, so I gotta get that. And I have been ticketed for that before. That's another story. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about here, again, as I said, this whole parking issue. Now, here's the thing. There are some parking lots, so some that are closer or on the campus itself. If you're not there by like 8 o'clock or 8:05 in the morning, you're not getting a parking pass. That's it. Then you get there later, and there's people sitting there in their car sniping and everything, you know, just waiting to get this parking spot. People waiting 20, 30 minutes for people to walk out of class and steal a parking spot and then get to their classes or whatever the hell they have to do. But then even the parking garage, man, like sometimes if you're not there by like 8:15, 8:20, you're not getting a spot. And this is what, right here, this is what got me mad, okay? So you have a few different options. You have guest, where you have to pay by the hour. You got student, where, like myself, you buy parking pass access as a student and you're able to get in. And then there's also faculty/staff, which is pretty self-explanatory. Now, there's also another subset. I didn't purchase this because I don't drive on campus nearly enough to warrant a purchase of this, but if they do have preferred parking available, you could also pay about another $200 and get a preferred parking spot, which means that no matter what, you are guaranteed a parking spot in the parking garage. So if you're coming on campus, like my coworker, for example, he drives 30 minutes away from town to come to campus. To him, that's totally worth it, just for that ease of mind, knowing that he can come here at any time and he is guaranteed a parking spot in the garage. However, those passes are limited at the same time, so he had to get on a queue, then he was accepted in there, and he had to pay like another $200 on top of that. But hey, you know, it's worth it to him, and I'm sure if I traveled a further distance, it'd be worth it to me as well too. But here's the thing. With the guest parking, now I've done this before, okay? I absolutely hate it because first off, I got to pay for my parking at the beginning of the school year. And then after that, you know, I'm going to have to pay for more if I ever do a guest pass. There's been times, you know, I have to park really close to campus or close to the union or close to certain buildings. So you know what I do? I just suck it up. I drive in. I stay for an hour or two, I leave, I pay like my $10, I grumble, and that's it. Well, today I had to get onto campus, and guess what? I remembered how bad the parking was, but I didn't think it would be this bad. So right now, there's also a lot of construction going on campus, because they're actually trying to convert our campus in a few years to a no-driving campus, which there's going to be a lot of rage with that, but essentially, they've also taken away a bunch of parking spaces right now with all that. So some areas that I normally park at, if I'm there early enough, I didn't park there. I didn't even try to go. My first go-to spot is a place we call Limbo, which is kind of on like the edge of the campus, and you can always find parking there. This has never happened to me, ever. The whole time I've lived here, I could not find a single parking spot there. And this is like a 5 or 10 minute walk away from any type of stuff on campus. I couldn't find a spot in Limbo. That's how it was. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try parking at the Union. I'm just going to, you know, spend the $10 or whatever it is to park my car there. Now, here's the thing, right? Get this. This is what got me annoyed. Even if I wanted to, so as I said, I already paid for my parking pass at the beginning, right? The school, they got my $200. That's it. If I wanted to buy a parking spot, technically, okay, I can't find any available for me directly inside of the inside that place. I tried, you know, going to other parking lots. I couldn't find a spot, so I'm willing to pay extra money to get a parking spot, right? I couldn't do it. You know why? Because the guest area was full, and because of that, I could not enter. I couldn't get a ticket or anything like that. I didn't even try. So you know what I did? I just took down my parking pass, I parked across the streets, and I just walked over, I did my stuff, an hour later, I came back. Thankfully, I didn't get a ticket. But that's what annoyed me. That was the thing that annoyed the hell out of me. It's just, you know, first off, you pay all this money for this, and you're not guaranteed a spot. And of course, you know, you're not going to be guaranteed a spot, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. It was only like 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. That was it. People are still coming on campus and all that. You can't find a spot in the pretty much guaranteed Limbo parking lot where there is almost always a spot there. That was the first time I've never seen a spot there. And then in addition to that, as I said, if I wanted to pay extra money for a spot, I couldn't have done it. So what I had to do is I had to park somewhere I wasn't even supposed to park at. Thankfully, it wasn't a handicap place, but I had to park somewhere, and I was able to park there just fine, and there were no issues. And that is what annoys me. And see, this is the thing. It's just my university. It's really not a nationwide thing almost. Because I've talked with people from other universities, and they said, you know, I can come onto campus at 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 11, whatever it is. I got a parking spot. Here, to get a really good parking spot, you got to be here before like 7:45 in the morning. To get an okay parking spot, you got to be here before 8:30. To get a parking spot now is what it seems like. I'm talking parking spot, period. You gotta be here before like maybe 9:15 or 9:20. Man, that just annoys the hell out of me, you know? It annoys me. Because even I remember in high school, I was in the year where they did a whole bunch of construction. They at least compensated for that. They just made a dirt parking lot that kind of wrapped around the place. It was horrible to park in. It was really dangerous to drive in as well, too. But, hey, you know what? It was parking, and it actually worked out. And there was never a time where I went there and I couldn't find a spot. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Let me know how your parking situations are, because, man, I'll just say this. I'm glad, for one thing, for parking, I'm glad I'm going to be out of here soon.